Okay, we're back. Just making sure the mic is better. Making sure the mic is better. Okay, we're back. Just making sure the mic is better. Making sure the mic is better. That's fine. Okay. All right, so where were we? So, Luca and JJ Redick are not having a good time. Now, it is important to understand that this is LeBron's coach, not Luca's coach, because LeBron is the one that facilitated the deal. But Luca and JJ were friends prior to now. So that's the context. Now, all star coaches and star teams fight. But you have to look at the subtext of the fights. You have to look at the context and the subtext. And Luca is a very, very easy scapegoat because he doesn't defend, he doesn't do certain things you want him to do, right? So now,
As a coach, are these kinds of interactions?
Yeah, I didn't think much of it at the time, to be honest with you. I don't think Luca did either. I mean, he and I have a great relationship. I really value our relationship. And I think those things happen, you know, not every game, but they happen very frequently. And, you know, sometimes you have to rehash them with a player or, you know, as a teammate, sometimes it happens player to player. It's, it's a competition. And, you know, there's two guys here who, in this case, are trying to win a basketball game and be on the same page about stuff. And frankly, like, you know, I talk about like player-led teams all the time. Like I encourage guys talking to me or talking to our coaches and bringing stuff up and telling us what they need. It just, I don't know why it went viral. It felt very normal to me.
it's all very normal to me. It's all very normal to me. Is it normal to us though? That's the question. Because see, a couple weeks ago when LeBron was hurt, I said that when he comes back there will be issues. I wasn't sure if the issue would be between, I didn't know where the issue would come from, but I just know that there is no way LeBron is going to be the same way, or rather, freaking Austin Reeves is going to be the same way when LeBron comes back. So there was always going to be an issue. There's only one ball, one person has to be out. And so when this happened, I didn't see it coming from Luca's end, but I know that a lot of people take pleasure in talking about Luca and how bad he is on defense and how that affects the team. But look at this, right? Let's just read the body language as body language experts, right? So pull out the yellow circle, take this back, bring this here, right? Lock and lock. All right, perfect. So now we look at body language. He tries to shake him. He's trying to tell him, no, shake him. I'm just trying to explain something to you. But that's no, you mean I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. And then he walks over to his seat, right? And he says something back, but JJ is not okay with that. And one thing you have to understand about JJ is he is in Nigeria. We call them I too know. Shout out TJ the fool. Oh Jesus Christ! What kind of name is this? Shout out TJ, the fullest EXO McIntyre. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. Shout out to you, TJ, the fullest EXO McIntyre. That was a mouthful. But right, look. Now, JJ is still saying something. Who are you talking to? Who do you think you're talking to? What the fuck? Bro. Now, look at this. This is really interesting. He's like, okay, you know what? You want is the shake you want, Abby? You want me to shake you by force? He puts his hand out. Unfortunately, I said JJ Redick is a petty guy too. He is petty as hell as well. And that's why, if you look, his hand's in his pocket. Because it's like, no. You had your chance. I asked you to shake me. You didn't want to shake me. You're crazy. Look, hands in his pocket the whole time. Meanwhile, Luka's hands are outstretched. Like, bro, shake me. Okay, you want to shake? Shake. Shake me if you want to shake. This guy said, no, no, no. Talking his shit. And then he says something that makes Luka want to respond again. But as Luka responds, big bro. Look at Vando. OG 5,000 IQ. Because he knows it's about to get nasty. Let's go and do it in the locker room, not right here. So that tells you that there are some underlying issues already. Look at the comments. Vando with the perfect screen. That's a good teammate. Vando is a good teammate. To be honest, I like JJ Redick. He doesn't care if you're a superstar. He's going to hold you accountable. Dalton Connect is like me. He's like, get me out of here. Look at Dalton. Look at Dalton's face. Best play Vando made all year. Vanderbilt tried to play it off for half a second. I had like it was being oblivious to what was going on, but that man stood up for no damn reason. What wasn't even worth putting the act on for? Bro, all that shows you is things are not right in La La Land. Things are not right in La La Land. And the NBA thought they could just cook up this deal. Oh, let's switch things around. Move Luka to LA since he plays that flashy game, and have Cooper Flag go to Dallas, and nobody will notice. It'll be like he never left. No, because the problems have followed Luka around, and now Luka will always think to himself, "I just got to the finals with a worse team. I got to the finals, no LeBron. I got to the finals, no Austin Reeves on my team. Let's even assume that Austin Reeves wasn't as good as Kyrie. Or not even assume. Austin Reeves is no Kyrie. But there was no LeBron on my team. I got to the finals. What are you telling me? And now I have my center talking about they want to treat me like Clint Capella. And I have my coach. And see, my thing with JJ Redick, I love JJ Redick as a coach. When he got that job, even though some people were against it because of the way he got the job, I knew he was going to be a good coach because see, he has good ideas, he has fresh ideas, he has new ideas, and we, in a couple videos back, I paced through together how the guys that are leading right now in terms of their teams are young coaches with fresh ideas. All those old days are gone. Doc, your days are over. What's the name of that guy? In fact, the two old coaches are still bringing some fresh ideas to the team is the Indiana coach and Minnesota coach. And that's because they seem like coaches that know how to evolve. And for the Indiana coach, he was already playing with Carlisle. He was playing ahead of his time way back. But for guys like Doc, nah. The guys that are making waves are Dagenham, OKC coach, Detroit coach, Spurs coach, young, fresh ideas with young, fresh teams. And that's why I thought JJ Redick was going to do well. But the problem is there's too much going on when you're coaching the Lakers. If JJ Redick was coaching a team like Milwaukee, a team like, a team with a good enough squad, but the external voice is not that crazy. In Lakers, you have Austin Reeves issues. Oh, he's not getting the ball as much as he is, even though he has more. His usage rate has gone up. Luka has the most usage rate he has ever had in his life, not just as in ever. LeBron lower. Then you have the dominating issue because DeAndre Ayton, all of a sudden he didn't dominate in Portland, but now he wants to come and dominate in Lakers. So many things. Not to talk of the fact that people are still, saying, LeBron, did you bring Luka here because you've done your homework, or did you bring him because it's just your friend? So all these issues are why I know that it is deeper than it looks. One person is going to have to go. It definitely can't be Luka. And LeBron is definitely leaving at the end of the season. But something does not smell right. The Lakers do not look right. Let me hear what Nick Wright, the biggest LeBron and Luka fan, apparently, funny enough, had to say about this one.
JJ Redick is a little petty. We all know this. And Luka can annoy his coaches. We all know this. The interaction started with Luka not wanting to dap up JJ when he was coming to the bench. And then at the end of it, Luka offered JJ his hand to dap him up. and JJ wouldn't dap up Luka. And this is where folks can say this is hypocritical of me, but I just know I'm right. Luka not dapping up JJ is unfortunate but acceptable. JJ not dapping up Luka is unacceptable. JJ's got to be the adult. Last week, Chris Finch told Ant, "You're getting double teamed. Pass out of it." Then with 30 seconds left, did not pass out of it, hit an impossible three, and then screamed at Chris Finch. That's what I do. That's who I am, whatever it is. I don't even know if that's unfortunate, but I do know that's acceptable. The coach has to condemn whatever it is. I don't even know if that's unfortunate. At Chris Finch. That's what I do. That's who I am, whatever it is. I don't even know if that's unfortunate.
Okay, that's an interesting one because I did see the Anthony Edwards versus his coach, but I did not see that he yelled right in his face. What's his name? Chris Finch? Is that the coach? Oh my God. The coaching situation in the NBA right now is ridiculous. Now, this is what the coach said about it. I know Anthony Edwards is like, the coach is right 98% of the time, but this is what the coach
conversation with him or something towards the end there, like you and Ant talking, and he said, I think on his interview that you told him not to shoot the mid range, and he said, I want to shoot that shot.
No, I didn't tell him not to shoot the mid range, so that's not what was said. So.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
It was hard to see from our angle. It looked like you had a conversation with him or something towards the end there.
I expect Finch keeping it close to the vest. You think I'm going to admit on camera that I told the franchise player to pass the ball and be a team player when that franchise is the face of the NBA? Coach responded like, I like my job and I'm not going to let you mess that up. You know what? I think this guy is a good coach for Anto.
Looks like you were showing some emotion down the stretch here as well. When you hit that three, looked like you said, that's what I do. Yeah. Why?
I mean, because the play before, Finchy, when I took the mid-range over two, he was like, pass the ball. And, you know, I just told him, like, you don't want me to pass the ball. You want me to shoot it.
Looks like you were showing some emotion down the stretch here as well. When you hit
this
that
one
three,
I
looked like you
understand
said.
because, you know, then again, Ant is still way, way, way younger than Chris Finch. In the other example, JJ Redick and freaking Luka are probably 10 years apart from each other. You know, Chris Finch is maybe double Ant's age. But anyways, that's how that went. Now, today, we have a lot of football coming through. And in fact, I think in my next stream, I should do my updated MVP picks because I already said I did in the other video. If you guys haven't seen my video on Jaylen Brown, why Jaylen Brown should be the MVP, go watch it right now. It's on the channel. This guy is the MVP. I don't want to hear it. But moving on to football, today we have Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal, 2:30. That's in 45 minutes. And then we have Fulham, West Ham United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Newcastle, Manchester United. Interestingly, Aston Villa, Chelsea, at the same time, Brighton, Arsenal, and Manchester City, Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa, Chelsea will be really crazy because they're both fighting for a place in Europe. And Chelsea are coming off the Arsenal loss. Liam is going to want to show that I'm still that guy for the job. But Brighton, Arsenal, that one should be easy for Arsenal if they really know what they are doing about the title. Manchester City, Nottingham Forest, it will be tougher than it looks because Nottingham Forest are trying not to go down. So this is going to be crazy. And then Newcastle, Manchester United. Can Carrick keep the win streak going? Can he keep the unbeaten streak going? It's going to have to come to an end at some point. I would, for his sake, hope it comes to an end in a way where the team still shows fight and shows, you know, gallantry, because everyone is looking for a stick to beat him with. And right now, it looks too good to be true. With Liam, you can see, okay, these are the problems, these are the good things. With Carrick, no frailties. I mean, probably their first half versus Crystal Palace, you could have said they could have done better, but he's going too good to be true. And the way Arne Slot was last year, where they went too good in one way, Now it's going too bad in another way. But it'd be really interesting to see how Carrick ends the season and if he gets the job. Now, let's go to Liverpool versus Wolves before we come back to the preview of today's games. Liverpool versus Wolves. Okay, this was yesterday. Liverpool lost. You guys know I've been
To enjoy.
What's it called?
They've held
Copyright issues, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna look for the goals, right? Let's look for the goals. 69th minute, no goal. 77th minute, no goal. Where's the magic circle? If you want to just pick somebody out here, maybe something happened here. I think this might have been Wolves' goal. Now, first things first. Tolu Akorede, watch out for this kid. This kid is really, really good. He's a baller. If Wolves go down, a lot of their players are going to be for sale. The players I think teams should be looking at Akorede, Matters, Mane, and João Gomez. Oh my goodness. Those are some really good players. It's crazy because Wolves were in the league for a long time and they had a lot of good players. Even players that, and I think their strategy changed at some point in terms of replacing players because Semedo was a Barca flop. They got him. That should be, if I was a team that's been in the Premier League for years, those are the kind of players I'm looking for. Players that if I can fight to get into Europe, in terms of the Europa League or now the Conference League, they can sustain themselves. Players that should be aiming for the Champions League. And so when those players go to Champions League teams, we replace them with another player like that from that same system. There's so many flops or guys that can't get into the PSG team, Madrid team. But sometimes it's tough because a lot of those players see themselves as stars. Do they really want to go play for a lower table team? That's not always going to happen. So now we have my boy Akorede, traps the ball right in front of Virgil, best defender, one of the best defenders in the world. So you can see the hold-up play. And for, even if before we even continue, right, look at this play comes from here, right? Long ball. Where on earth was Konate? Okay, let me even give you a pass on the first one that you went to help. I don't know why you went to help Virgil, because Virgil should have this under control. But let's even assume that you went to double on that guy so he won't have a free run at goal because he's onside right now. Who is taking care of this guy? That's my question. Who is taking care of this guy running behind? Right? Nobody. So now let's play the ball. Look at that guy. Tolu, are you smart enough? Yes, you are. For the love of Christ, man. Konate is, I know everybody was coming at Salah. Everybody's coming at Salah talking about Salah. Bro, Salah is old enough to have one off season. Salah is old enough to have one off season. He still scored in this game, but he's old enough. He led you in assists and goals, and he's led in goals for the vast majority of his time in your team. So he is old enough. Let me see what this freaking Konate was rated. Salah is old enough to have one off season, for the love of Christ. Konate, what do you do? You are young. You're all you should be doing is watching film and making sure. What was his rating yesterday? 7.0. So it means he actually did have a good game, but that was a terrible mistake. That was a terrible mistake. There's no way in hell. Bro, why are you coming here? There's already somebody here. If Virgil cannot handle this ball on his own, then, bro, you guys are done. But trust Konate to do what Konate does, right? And then, let's look for the next goal. That would have been Salah scoring this. Okay, so now let's see Salah's goal. For those people saying Salah is finished, let's see how finished he is. Pressed, won the ball in a dangerous area, which is what Liverpool was doing before. So look, the problem with Liverpool now, hi Jake R9880. See, the problem with Liverpool now is not that they're obviously they have too many players and sometimes too many cooks spoil the broth. But here's the problem, right? With Klopp, you guys had Gegen pressing, everybody running, headless chicken sometimes, but still pressing back and forth, back and forth. Arne Slot comes and tries to slow it down. Now, because they were coming from such a high tempo, the first slowing it down was perfect balance. But his style is to actually slow it down. So now that you're giving him an offseason with new players that didn't play under the Jurgen Klopp style, it's super slow and lethargic. They're not moving as they do under Arnie. Like under Arnie was bang, bang, boom. Now it's slow, slide, side. That don't work. That don't work in a league like this. But Salah picks up the ball. Let me see. Is this a vintage Salah goal? Yes, it is. Fake. Keeper should have done better, though. Keeper should have done better here. I'm not going to lie. Even though that fake, he probably put the keeper. Let me see if the keeper even moved when he faked. Right? Look at the keeper. Just keep your eyes on the keeper here, right? Okay. Keeper should have done better, man. Keeper should have done way better there. You get no passes from me. You should have done way better there. And then in the 94th minute, Alisson Becker, bad. That in the 94th minute, a man of your caliber, a player of your caliber shouldn't be doing that. Not in the 94th minute. Not in the 94th minute. Not in the 94th. So now he gives away the ball cheaply. And then Andre, oh well, there was a deflection there, but one guy I want to pick out here is this brother here. Number 73. Right here. Now, I am a big fan of Rio. I have said multiple times. Drop Cody Gakpo and play Rio Ngogmoa from beginning for a couple of games. Not Salah. Don't drop Salah. Drop Rio. Drop Cody. Because Salah has done enough. And he's the kind of guy that will always pop up when you don't expect him to pop up. He has goals. It's hard for you to teach goals. But play this guy. Unfortunately, I hate when I advocate for a player and then they do something like this. 94th minute, you came on as a sub. You are young. You still have fire in your boots. You are still moving. Why on earth aren't you following this guy with all your strength and all your might? That should be your ball to run and slide, and maybe you can start off a counter attack. That's how you work your way into the team. So all of us who love Rio and are wondering why he's not in the team, this is why. He's not doing enough. He's not doing enough. You have to do more on the defensive end to fight your way into the team. Quick insights, more than half of Wolves' 29 league matches this season ended with them failing to score, and they scored 2 against Liverpool. Wolves have scored the fewest goals in the Premier League this season with just 20, but they scored 2 against Liverpool. Conceded 51 goals in 29 league matches, the worst defensive record in the division. You guys didn't even have enough chances in this game. If we go to Liverpool's, let's look at their shots. Let's look at the stats real quick. Right? Total shots 19-4. Shots on target 7-3. Okay, maybe I am bugging. They did try, but nah, bro. This is the worst defense in the league. No excuses. Wolves beat third place Aston Villa 2-0 on Friday to secure just their second league win. Thank you, Liverpool, for giving them their third. Salah has 9 goal involvements in his last 10 Premier League appearances against Wolves, so this was a good time for him to score. Liverpool have won all 6 previous meetings against Wolves, scoring 14 and conceding just 4. Damn. And Mohamed Salah is on a 10-match goalless run, his longest ever drought. Mohamed Salah, we have to talk about Salah, man. I don't think the end is near. I see a lot of people saying, oh, he has dropped off. All big players come to an end. But I do not think the end is near. I think when you look at the fact that, when you look at the Jota thing, and you look at mainly the Jota thing, I feel like it's tough for you to just come and bounce back and just be like you always were. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, when you lose somebody that close to you that was a big part of everything you guys did as a team, it is tough. So I don't want to say I give him a pass, but I kind of give him a pass in that way because, man, it's tough. And it's just one season. He's done it for so long that he deserves one season off. But according to the people, you know how fierce and how it's crazy. Football is crazy. Guys don't want to hear. They don't want to give you extra time. They don't want to give you time to even think this may not happen. But it is ridiculous. This is what people are saying about Salah right now. People are saying he's old. It's time for him to hang up his boots. He's come to his end. Look, like Salah will not, it's tough, but that's how football is, man. The fans are.
Morning. Yeah, fine. Where are you at with Slot?
Oh, well, Jim, I just want to say, Donny, you hit the nail on the head there, so you did. See the second that you mentioned Diaz, that's exactly what the issue is here. Last season, Slot came in and he made slight changes to Jurgen Klopp's team. Now, he never made any changes in terms of bringing players in, so he never changed anything to that. So it was still Klopp's team. He made some slight tactical changes, but it was warriors like Diaz and Nunez who would press and chase like mad, tough as nails, and not afraid to get stuck in, is what we are lacking this season. The tactics is poor. It is slow, lethargic, lazy build-up from the back, so that allows teams to press right up on us. When we don't have mentality in that squad, so we have no fight, desire or passion to get out of those situations when we're getting pressed. I seen Gravenberg last night hiding behind a 5'7" player for Wolves because he didn't want to get the ball off Kanate. Now, Kanate went from a goalkeeper to Van Dijk back minutes. Now, that says to me there's no leadership or ownership in that team when the chips are down. It's all right when things are going well and you're winning 1-0 or 2-0. You can drop off and rest easy. That's fine. But when the chips are down, that's when you see what players are really made of. And this season, it's been Gravenberg, Gakpo, Virgil, Mo, McAllister. It's the senior players that have let us down.
Yeah, Christian, on the head of the...
We did turn towards the manager. In work this morning, a lot of Liverpool fans, obviously, we've talked about the game, and they're all saying the same thing. We all want him to do well. But at this moment in time, I think, as you say, the tide's turning.
Yeah, this is the part. Mo Salah. This is the guy talking about Mo Salah. I found it. This guy, let me take it back 2 seconds.
Let's be honest, he'll go down at the club as a legend, and he will. But every great comes to an end, and he's come to his end. He scored a goal yesterday. Thought the keeper should have saved it. But irrespective of that, he's been poor all season. How he stays on the pitch, I don't know.
Yeah, and Roy, Danny's agreeing with everything you're saying. Roy, Danny's agreeing.
Roy, do you think as well, one of the other things I've noticed is how, that even compared to last season, the difference without the ball, the lack of intensity without the ball to go and like press and win it back and be dynamic. I know Diaz was a big factor in that. Jota was good at that as well, but we've got no dynamism without the ball.
I can't agree with you more, Danny. The thing for me is, okay, the days of where you put people up in the air have gone. You can't do that anymore.
No.
But we've got to show more physicality within the team. How you get closer to people. The little fella in the midfield for them, I think he was one of the Gomez's, Andre, I think. He was running the show for 20 minutes yesterday, and we never got near him. We let him have the ball. Now, if you let a good player have the ball, he's going to destroy you. And that's...
Now, I don't, like I said before, I don't believe Salah is done. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in, I'll try and cut this into smaller sections so we can upload it. But let me know what you guys think, though. Do you think Salah's time has come to an end at Liverpool? Should he just hang up his boots and call it a day? Or do you think there's still some... You know what I mean? There might still be something. Do you feel like he could still make it work? This is Ball Knowledge. I am Zozo Millie. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone who liked and subscribed. Thank you guys. Like, what can I say, man? Thank you for growing with us. I will see you guys. Tomorrow's Thursday. After tonight's game, I might try to drop a video, on the game. But I should be back live again on Friday. Let's do a breakdown of all the games and who won, who lost, and all that good stuff. This is Zozo Millie.